Ah! What's up, everybody? We have another new toy to unbox. This is the all-new Instant Pot Rio. This is the Mighty Mini 4-quart. I think this is going to be a wonderful addition to my camp cooking. We're going to unbox this, see what it's all about, check out some of the features and functions, run through a test cycle, and then I've converted another one of my favorite skillet recipes to a hopefully even quicker Instant Pot recipe, and we're going to test that. So this is going to be fun. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Let's see what's in the box. So this is how it came. I just got this off Amazon. Nothing fancy. Ta-da! We got a lid. This feels very... Okay. We'll come back to that later. There's that. Oh, look at this. So one of the reasons that I was so excited about this was this is wider. So the extra quart over the 3-quart duo that I am replacing is it doesn't give us much more head space for pressure cooking. But look at all that surface area that we have for searing things. What I love about the Instant Pots is they are a true multi-cooker. They're not just a pressure cooker. But what I was thinking, I couldn't find the slow cooker lid for the 4-quart. But this diameter feels really familiar to me. I think the slow cooker lid for the 6 quarts might be the same diameter. So we'll test that at a later date and time because I'm not home. And here we go. Look at this glorious unit. Yeah. Okay. So it's got this nice beautiful black exterior. Big fan of this so far. Pretty neat. Yep. Here's our condensation collector. Not quite as big as the Pro, but I think it'll work just fine. Yeah, let's take a look at this lid. Check this out. So it's got the pressure relief. Comes up like that. Does not have the knob, but look how they've moved the pressure relief switch. You're not going to be anywhere close to getting burnt on that. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I think this is the same size ring and probably lid as a 6-quart, which is really neat. Let's see what functions we got. So we have on the front, we got pressure cook, saute, rice, slow cook, steam, yogurt. I see preheat, cook, and warm, so I'm guessing this has a gauge. Yeah. We got to do this. There we go. Look at that. And then got this. Oh. It's got some kind of bumpers in there. You got to put it in. Look at that. It's got some kind of a system that locks the liner in place so that when you're sautéing, it doesn't spin on you. That's been one of the things of pressure. That's been one of the things that always bugged me about my 3-quart Duo. Alright, we'll be sure to test that out later. That's pretty neat. And then here's our lid. Look at that. Of course, it comes with a little steamer basket. These are always super handy to have. Cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this so far. So let's head on over to the kitchen and let's just do a test pressure cook cycle and then make some dinner. All right, let's get this guy plugged in. We got an outlet right here. Look at that. So it sings to us a little bit. It says off. There's that. Let's just do a test cycle. See how this thing operates. Okay. I just put a little bit of water at the bottom. Twist the lid on and we'll hit pressure cook. We'll just do 10 minutes. I'm gonna hit the play button. Look at that. We got this cool flame on preheat. It stopped making noises. I believe that means it's pressurized. Any moment now. Ought to do something. There we go. So it just switched from preheat to cook, and that kicked off our 10-minute timer. So it doesn't have incremental stages of preheat like 25, 50, 75%, or maybe thirds. That's okay. That's kind of a nice feature over the Duo, honestly. So let's just let this do its 10-minute thing, and then we'll come back and see what the keep warm function looks like. And yeah, cool. Cool. Has a nice little jingle to it to let us know that it's done. This is the keep warm button, and since we had that on, I presume now this is going to start counting up. Yeah, look at that. So let's go ahead and turn it off. Goes to off. You can tell our pressure indicator is up, so we are pressurized. Let's go ahead and see our little focus. This is sealed in the up position, and this thing that kind of looks like a cloud, sure, or maybe toast exploding out of a toaster. It's kind of a funny looking logo. We're going to switch this down. Got our steam. There we go. Sorry. So we can now twist and lift. And there's everything. Plus now we got everything nice and sanitized. I don't think that was a big enough steam to catch anything in our basin, but we got our little catch basin here, and then everything, if anything catches in here, that's where it drains. So we got that cooling off. I think we'll consider that sanitized. Easy controls. I like the addition of the preheating, cooking, warm. Kind of gives you like a life cycle of your standard cooks. I am awful curious about the size of the insert. So I'm actually going to run home real quick. I'm like 20 minutes away from the house. I'm going to go grab a spare seal and the slow cook lid because I gotta know. So yeah, and then we'll make some dinner for the first time and really see how this thing works. Cool. All right, I am back, and I want to see if the glass lid for slow cooking for my 6-quart at home fits the 4-quart. That's genius. I realized when I was grabbing this from beneath the counter that the Rio 4qt did not come with a color-coded ring. Not a deal breaker. You can see I've never used this one. But that's the same size. I am in support of companies condensing some of their parts. That's pretty awesome. So I'll probably leave this in the camper and try to remember to order a new one for at home. So I've tested everything I need to test. Let's get to cooking. All right, you guys ready to try the Instant Pot Rio 4qt for the first time? I'm pretty excited. We are making, what did I call this? Garlic butter steak bites and mushrooms. This is one of my favorite skillet dinners that I have crafted to show off some of the really cool features about the Rio. So this is untested. You're truly seeing this for the first time. So if something goes wrong, you are more than welcome to blame me and not the Instant Pot, unless I say otherwise. If there's something I don't like about this thing, I'll be honest about it. We're going to start out by searing our beef. This is just chuck roast cut up into 1-inch cubes that I vacuum sealed at home. And we're going to start out by coming over here, hit the saute button. We'll leave it at 30 minutes. Probably won't need it, but we can just shut it off when we're done. I'm hit the play button, and immediately we got our preheat coming on. So when this switches to cook, our 30-minute timer starts. We'll add some oil and sear on saute mode some chuck roast cubes. All right, we're preheated. That just took a couple of minutes, and you can see that the little fire went from preheat to cook. So this is nice and hot. I'm going to sear our beef now. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little oil. See how quick that gets to a shimmer? Now this is stainless steel, so you don't have to use silicone or wood, but this is kind of my favorite pusher for beef cubes. Now let's test out this anti-spin function for sauteing. I can get about 2/3 of that in there. This is 1.5 pounds of beef. So check out this extra wide insert. I'm going to let these brown on this side, and then we'll see about how anti-spin it is. Oh yeah. This is working very well. All right, calling that good. That's got a nice, come here. That's got a nice crust on it. If it'll focus. Come on. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Nice and juicy, so let's set these aside. Now you'll see we've got a little bit of a mess to clean up here. We're going to deglaze with some beef broth. We are still on saute mode. All those burnt leftovers from our beef just scrape right up into our recipe. They're going to bring us a nice rich flavor. We'll come over here and hit the cancel button because we didn't need our whole 30 minutes. Now you can see even though this is off, it's still maintaining a lot of heat. So we're going to add the potatoes. Uh-oh. One got away. I'm going to add the mushrooms. Give these a good mix here. I don't know if you guys can see, but our PC max line is right there. So we are well below the PC max line. We're going to take our lid. It's locked. It is in the sealing position. We're going to pressure cook for 3 minutes. So I'm just going to use the down arrow to get to 3. We're not going to use keep warm because I want an immediate release. And I'm going to hit the play button. We're going to go to preheat. And then cook for 3 minutes. And then it'll go to off instead of warm and count up timer. I'll turn it off. Do an instant release. And then we're going to go back to saute to finish this and make the glaze. So far, I'm really happy with this device. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking. There we go. There we go. So because we did not have keep warm on, it goes straight to end. Otherwise, warm would be lit up, and this would have a timer counting up. We still have pressure, but look how far away this is. I'll go ahead and release the steam. Once our indicator goes down, we can twist counterclockwise. There we go. Let's give this a good mix here. Goodness, this smells good. We're going to add our butter, garlic. I want to get that garlic stirred in. I'm going to add the rest of our steak. Excuse me, I'm going to add our steak back in, not the rest of it. We want that juice too. We're going to come back over here, hit saute again, and this time we actually have a time. We want about 5 minutes. Is that what I have in my note? 3. If we need more, we need more. Hit the play button. Look at this. Ooh. This would be a good step to add the glass lid. We're using saute basically as a burner on a stove. We're just bringing the sauce up to a boil to melt the butter to incorporate the garlic into everything. The potatoes are probably almost done, but not quite. And the beef is browned, but not cooked all the way through. So that's what this 3 minutes is doing. And this glass lid just helps keep everything together and we can see it. If you are not interested in purchasing the glass lid and you want to put your pressure cooker lid on, just be sure that it is set to venting and not seal, because Sauté is not meant for pressure cooking. All right. What do you think of that? Garlicky, buttery. Oh, baby, would you look at that? Somehow that bite, that scoop left me without any mushrooms. Put this back on keep warm. Ooh, look at that. This would be great with some parsley as a garnish. I didn't forget that. It's in the fridge, but it froze. So that's gross. Look at that. Come on. Ooh. Eh. So, if this recipe is pointed in the right direction, hopefully this is just a nice, juicy steak bite and not like a pot roast texture. Either is okay. Oh, baby. Hey, little buddy. We nailed this one. Well, dang it. Even though I forgot some stuff I wish I had, this came out pretty perfect. And we're on our way to having a really neat recipe. Let me know if you guys want this recipe. I'll keep tweaking it. We'll get it perfect for this Instant Pot Rio. If you are interested in Instant Pot content, I ask you to please consider subscribing to the channel because I love my Instant Pots, plural. I'm currently in the process of researching and writing an episode that's going to be Battle of the Minis. We're going to put this up against my 3-quart duo, and I'm also researching and writing for an episode of What Instant Pot is Right for You. I'm going to show you all of the different models that I have. I'm going to research the ones that I don't have so I know the difference to share with you on which one is right for you. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Hit that like button, and most importantly, until next time, be well. Don't mind if I do.